afternoon. We finished. Good afternoon. Maybe I'm not sure. Not yet. Good evening for some countries. So we passed the half session this morning. If you see the program, tomorrow we will have the theme of mitigation and adaptation. By the way, for today country report, have you checked in the website who is in the queuing of country report today? Maybe P.N. can go to the website and see the name list of the person who has to do the country report. So we will check, then you know how to check as well. พี่แอนอยู่ในระบบไหมครับอยู่ค่ะพี่แอนเปิดเว็บไซต์ให้หน่อยจะได้เช็คดูพี่แอนใส่ชื่อไว้แล้วใช่ไหมใส่แล้วค่ะเสร็จแล้ว Okay, so you will see you can go to the website to see your queue when you have to do the talking about your country for the country report. At least I think it should be like a PowerPoint or the slide that you use for the presentation. By the way, if it is too rush or you cannot, okay, for your oral presentation it's acceptable, but better with some slide, then you can show your country to us as well. You see from the screen, can you see it now? On the 7th July, for the country report, you double click and see the afternoon session. You see the name, Babas, Faut, Rashid, and Agun. I'm not sure, are you in the Zoom now? Because from actually 53 participants that apply with Taika, but from this morning some of you cannot access to the system. So can you raise up your hand by the system or turn on your microphone to show up that you can? Yes or no? No. Maybe they are not in the system now. Country report, you see? When you click, you see the name. Then let's see next day, PN. Can we see on the 8th of July, tomorrow, maybe the participants, or this is on 9? Can we see the 8th? Today is 7, huh? Tomorrow is 8. Here, can you move back to the 8? Okay. Oh, this is 8. How about 7? อ๋อไม่มีใช่ไหมโอเค7ไม่ได้ใส่โปรแกรมไว้ใช่ไหมเพื่อนโอเค we start from the 8 okay from the 8 I cannot see the participant on the 8 then go to the 9 again okay on the 9 Oliver Nader Rashid and Sreto okay I think this morning Sreto meet in the system. Now are you in the system?
Yes.
Okay, and I don't know if you have prepared for the country report. PN back to screen เลยก็ได้กลับไปที่หน้าจอ Google Zoom okay for I can find the first name now Mitch have you prepared some slide or presentation about the country. You're in the Ministry of Environment from Cambodia.
Hello.
Yeah.
Have you prepared a slide as you proposed schedule? Yes.
You did, nah?
And
Oh, then your case is tomorrow on the 9th, right?
yeah.
If you finish, you can do it today because the participant in the
Oh,
previous queue cannot do it, I think.
sorry.
Not yet finished, huh?
I don't finalize it.
Okay, then for you tomorrow. For you tomorrow. By the way, don't worry so much today. As the beginning, the day of the beginning, then
Yes.
พี่อันนี้เรากลับไปหน้าจอซูมยังไงนี่
อันนี้น่าซูมอ๋อสต็อปนะคะ
ต้องปิดอันนี้ใช่ไหมโอเค so maybe today I will tell you about the story of Thailand like for the country report I have not also prepared and never prepared the country report of Thailand because normally we listen from participants but I think for you to join this program maybe today is the first day maybe from tomorrow we are ready for that to listen to the country report. For Thailand, first of all, I will show you that. So Thailand is in Southeast Asia. So for the population, we are growing up and up from 60 million to now 70 something million already. We have 77 provinces in Thailand. The region that we have, we divide into the northern region, the south region, the central, and then northeast, also the west part. And in terms of energy, previously we consume more than 70% from natural gas, and we use natural gas from the well in the Gulf of Thailand to produce electricity. Then the government say that this is there is some uncertainty, and in technical terms you can say that this is not security for Thailand because if something happen with the pipeline system, with the gas resources, then we will be in the problem because if we rely on mainly on natural gas, then Thailand try to diversify, and the best way that time is to increase the percentage of production of electricity from renewable energy. And you can understand that from renewable energy, it can be solar, so either solar thermal or solar PV, solar photovoltaic. If you want to produce electricity, then solar PV. If you want to produce some heat, for some country you need the heat in winter season so much, then it can be solar thermal. The next is the wind energy. So for the wind turbine, it can be vertical or horizontal types of the wind turbine. Besides the wind turbine, it can be biomass, biogas. In some countries, you have geothermal. And one thing is coal, or someone called clean coal power plant. I see the construction of new coal power plant a lot in some countries. You see, in your opinion, I would like to see also, you think it is good or not good? And what is the factors you use for making decision in terms of saying that the country should do or should not do for the coal power plant? Maybe the general idea first, you can talk. Who would like to start or who has some experience about coal power plant in your country? You can share. Someone? Volunteer. Yes or no? No? Okay. Maybe may I ask? Oh, Charles. Charles, So you joined this afternoon and this morning not yet, is it? Charles, can you hear me? Are you turning off the microphone? Maybe turn on. This is turn off. Try to turn on again.
Sorry, what was the question?
Actually not the question, but I would like to listen your opinion that for the coal, or you call clean coal, would it be good for the country or not good? Some country they might ban the coal power plant. They will not accept. But in your opinion, is it good or bad? There is no right or wrong. There are many contexts to talk about that. Sarah, maybe you can share your opinion.
There are new technologies of coal-fired power plants. These technologies are not bad, but old ones, I think, have lots of emission and not proper.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good, Sarah. Because in Thailand we have one big coal power plant. The name is quite famous in Thailand, Mae Maw Power Plant. It was long time ago that Mae Maw is a coal power plant in Thailand, because we do that coal mining in the north of Thailand and then consume that kind of coal to produce electricity. By the way, it was a lucky day that the atmosphere, because it is crowded with the mountain for the mining area and also power plant area, and the weather is not good. It is going to be rain. It's going to rain in that area. So you can imagine that when there are many mountains block the flow of the atmosphere. And it was the area for coal mining and also power plant that consume coal with the old technology for a long time, which the percent of the sulfur is quite high in terms of the emission from the stack. So when it start to have the hard raining, so the acid rain happen to the people in that area. So they get irritated to the eyes, to the skin, or to the what you call inhale, exhale, respiration system. So it becomes a big problem. Until now, there is a case in the court that they are suing about the owner and community or people in that community. But nowadays, they have very advanced technology in terms of efficiency and also in terms of environment for the treatment system for that. So you can see that if the country need the cheap one of the electricity production, so coal power plant is not bad, but you have to make a good balance or trade off between the emission and the cost of the production. Because actually coal power plant I can compare to the Formula One, the racing car. You see, you can tune, you can adjust, you can install many equipment to make it better in our efficiency. But the more you modify, so the more spent of the money or investment into that. So this is why the owner need also the profit. Then the owner has to balance between the profit they will get from this power plant in terms of rate of return, payback period, or net present value. But again, if they use a lot of advanced technology in terms of pollution prevention or treatment. So they have to pay a lot. Then the payback period will be longer and longer. So this is the decision that the owner of the coal power plant has to think about it. And that is why when I ask you that if your country choose or not choose this one, I think we have to starting from the context of the country. So if GDP is good, if you are rich enough, you can use or select only renewable energy, the cleanest one. But the whole country has to bear on that when you consume only renewable energy or the expensive one, the cost of production for the industry or for activity in the country also increase, because the mix of the total production of the country, if you use a lot of renewable energy, then the cost of electricity is also high. When some factory or some business, they have to pay for electricity, they have to pay at high price. Then it will be related to the competitiveness of the country or the industry as well, to compare with your neighbor, to compare with your competitor. So you see there are many factors, but in terms of government, I think you have to, concern or make a good guideline or policy for all stakeholders in the country. So in Thailand, what happened was we start from the most expensive one is solar, and then going down to wind, and then to biomass, and then biogas in the same group, and the rest some other also. But you see that nowadays situation change a lot. Solar is let's say the price is decreased, and the cost of installation or production of the solar cell is cheaper and cheaper, and efficiency is better and better. That is why solar is quite popular now. And in Thailand, again, talk about renewable energy. Absolutely, you see, you can choose the cleanest one, but the cost is one of the factors which is much and more important also for the country to think about it. One concept that Thailand uses is, I think more or less the same as European countries or some international countries, that we call country tuning. So you tune your country by giving some incentive to the renewable energy that you want. So if you would like to have a lot of solar energy in your country, but if it is high a little bit, the price is more expensive compared to some other type of technology, in that case, you can use some subsidy, you can spend some subsidy to subsidize the business owner of the solar or the contractor or the whole chain of the solar to allow them to start up their business and offer the solar power plant to the country. It can be in the term of feed-in tariff that they give you per unit. One unit is 1 kilowatt hour of the electricity, and the feed-in tariff or the subsidy it should be only certain year, not like a last 10 years or 20 years. Otherwise, you will not have a chance to tune your country to be louder for solar or not so loud. It depends on the money that you put into the feed-in tariff or the subsidy, so some other subsidy. Some country you have like a board of investment to give the tax exempt for both corporate income tax of renewable energy company, or also to the imported equipment related to the part of renewable energy. It can be also incentive for the business to start up the solar farm or solar power plant for the country, for the electricity system supply of the country. So I say that it should not be 10 years, 20 years, but you can make it in short period, like first round 5 years, and then you consider again, if you get enough megawatt or install capacity of the solar power plant, maybe you give it less compared to previous one, announce again for the incentive. And if next time if you need for the wind, then you give a little bit more for the wind to increase, to encourage wind energy business to start up their business in your country. So for Thailand now, again about the country report of Thailand. So the percentage of renewability is increased. I didn't look the last or the latest version number, but the plan is to reach, they increase the plan all the time. Start from like a 5% of the total supply, 10%, then come to 15. So the higher the cleaner, but the higher is also the more expensive for the country also. Then balance point is quite important. So far I give you some idea about Thailand. Any comment or you would like to ask some question, please? You want to share something? No? So this is a very quiet online. Huh? Maybe next time better. Tomorrow will be better if we see the country report in slide from our colleagues. So by the way, you see, this is the first day. What is my plan is, I will give you the country report of Thailand. The report from EGAT, Electricity Generating Authority or Ministry of Energy of Thailand, English version. And we also have plan in Thailand we call Renewable Energy Development RED for Thailand, and we have Energy Conservation Plan in Thailand. So I give you this information in the country report today after the training. I mean, then you can go through, spend the time. I think the rest 2 hours from I will spend time now only 1 hour. That 2 hours is the assignment for you. Sorry. To review, and tomorrow in the country report we will start to discuss on some idea about your country or about the information from your friends. So at this moment I have one question to ask you all. Maybe we move one to one. Just want to know that what is the majority, what is the main resource you use for electricity production in your country? You understand my question? Huh? Okay.
No, sir. Can you please repeat that question?
Okay. The question is, what is the resources you use in majority or the main content to produce electricity for your country? You know or you don't? You know or you don't know? So for Thailand, I told you that natural gas. I have some participants last 2 years, if I'm not wrong, from Samoa. I think you use diesel generation because the island. But I don't know also in your country. Maybe someone from the Philippines first to help your friends if you know.
Hi, sir.
Yeah.
This is John Paul from the Philippines. For the case of the Philippines, we are actually using mostly coal as a source of energy in our country, and then followed by natural gas, and followed by other fossil fuels such as natural gas.
Okay.
We
And
have smaller amounts of renewable resources such as geothermal, hydroelectric power plants, and we have, right now we are increasing our solar capacity.
the percentage from coal, how big that one?
I forgot, but I'm more familiar on the geothermal because that's where I'm working at. It's around 10% for geothermal. I think for coal, it's almost, I'm not sure about this. It's around 40, I think.
Okay. 14 or 40?
40.
40, 40 na?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm right.
Let me know the response from the people when they heard about If the Philippines would like to construct the new power plant, talking about clean coal power plant, would it be possible or not possible in your country now?
For what type of energy, sir?
Coal.
Coal?
Yeah, coal.
I think it's easy to construct power plants for coal.
Easy.
Yeah.
No protest.
Well, of course, there's protest about coal because it's relatively unclean or it pollutes the environment.
Mhm.
We have a lot of waste in coal. So there's actually resistance with respect to creating new
Okay.
coal power.
Okay. I can share you that I'm now in Prince of Songkhla University in Songkhla province, and we have one big natural gas power plant in Songkhla that provide electricity or supply electricity to this area also in the south of Thailand. And it was planned also to have a clean coal power plant because we are close to the sea in the Gulf of Thailand. So easy to import the coal from some country and then use it as raw material to produce electricity. But the project is not so easy because the people in the area, so they protest. They say they cannot accept that. So this is the situation in Thailand, and the project until now it is extended. That means not yet implemented in the south of Thailand. So this is some situation also for you. You see, very difficult to explain people how clean is it. If you are a politician, you say, don't worry, it is clean, I guarantee you. Then the question or the answer, the response from people in community said that, so you are a politician, maybe next 2 years, 3 years, you go somewhere, but the plant still be here, close to my house. So this is some sensitive issue in Thailand. By the way, there is some contradictionally in itself. That means you need the electricity, but you choose some type of electricity. So not so easy. And this is the story also from Thailand. Maybe I give some more example from some other country. In Indonesia, can you share me? Can you? From Indonesia, we have colleagues, we have participants from UI. I think Indonesia has a lot of coal power plant. Maybe not ready for the answer. We have someone, let me see. Someone else from other country, can you share?
I'm Zahra from Iran.
Yeah, Sarah, Iran. What is the situation of Iran? The majority of
Yes, our power plants are mostly gas-fired power plants, but they are combined cycle power plants. We use the exhaust heat to vaporize the water, and after that we have vapor steam turbines.
Sorry, again, to make sure. So you mean natural gas combined cycle power plant?
Yes.
Okay. How big is that? More than 50%?
Sorry, I didn't get.
More than 50% or less than?
More than 50% of our power plants are gas-fired.
Quite good.
We have a little wind turbines, we have solar power plants, but the share of these renewables are smaller.
And that natural gas you import or it is indigenous?
No, we have lots of sources of natural gas in our country.
Okay. So that is very good for the country. It is also clean and not so expensive compared to other type
Yes,
of.
and also we don't have any coal fire.
Oh, very clean. Then maybe not so easy if someone talk about coal in Iran now.
Sorry?
I mean, if some investor will go to Iran and try to say that they will set up a coal power plant, I think not so easy.
Maybe.
Okay, good. Sarah, maybe we have some other country. Seto from Cambodia. Do you know? Or you have no idea? Maybe check first. Yeah, please.
Yes. For electricity
In Cambodia. I cannot hear you. Do you know what is used to produce electricity mainly in Cambodia?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Again, please. I can hear you.
Yes. For the Cambodia, we use the electricity from another country like Thailand and Vietnam, but now we build a hydropower plant in
Mhm.
Cambodia, so to support electric. Yes.
Mm.
And we also provide the solar for the royal road. We try to use the solar for the
Okay, we don't have participant from Vietnam this year because actually Vietnam consume a lot from hydropower plant, which is also not bad in terms of power production. Some other country?
Hi, good morning again, sir. Michael Belver from Guyana.
Yeah.
Guyana is located in South America, continent of South America. Guyana is a developing country at present, so our generation, or electric generation, is mostly or highly dependent on fossil fuel. There are talks of moving to cleaner, renewable energy in Guyana, but for now, we depend highly on fossil fuel to generate electricity.
So mainly fossil fuel. But you see the trend in the future, I think Guyana is also, that you mentioned that trying to move to the part of renewable energy more and more. And I think you understand, yeah.
We had one, just to eliminate it out. We had one project we were looking at, a hydropower electrical plant. That plan or that project was put on hold by the government. So not the present government of today, but the previous government. So that is one way we're looking to move away from the fossil fuel. Is the hydropower plant to produce electricity for a large percentage of the country.
Okay. I heard a story from Vietnam that even hydropower plant is good. By the way, you need the huge area or very big piece of land also in terms of construction, and it might affect to the existing forest for the hydropower plant. So maybe some country you have the same problem like this. If you have, you can share.
What happened, most of Guyana population are mainly on the coastline, so we have a lot of forested area. And they had identified one of the falls because we got many falls. They had identified one of the falls in the area of the falls to set up the hydro power plant. But I'm not sure in terms of the policy making and the reason to stop the project or put the project on hold. But that project is on hold. So right now we're still basically dependent on fossil fuel for electricity.
Okay, very interesting in Guyana. Uh, for renewable energy, do you heard about some incentive for that kind of business, Michael, in your country?
Pardon me, sir?
Uh,
I'm not hearing you, sir.
is there some incentive that you know for renewable energy?
No, sir. At present, there's no incentive for renewable energy
Okay.
in my country at present. What I know for sure, we have two major political parties, and both parties embrace the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal. And because of that, we are looking to transition towards renewable energy by 2040 through the Green State. We got a thing called the Green State Development Strategy. So that's our objective is for by 2040 to transition to renewable energy.
On the 9th July, we have the topic about SDG, the Sustainable Development Goal, that you will see that we have 17 goals from 1 to 16, and the last one, 17, is for the partnership. This is not, if you review in detail, I think you will see that the one or the team who construct or invent the scheme of SDG, I think they cover everything that relates to our problem or issue or the idea. People, planet, environment, whatever, cover that all. And because most of the time we touch the term of sustainable, then from now on, I think we speak the same language, talking about the Sustainable Development Goal. If you are in university and you get familiar with THE, Times Higher Education, so they start to rank the university by the activity of the Sustainable Development Goal. So there are new scheme of this one just a few years ago that we have this kind of ranking. So this is not so bad because they check what is the activity of the university and the result that had been done for the whole year in order to to serve the Sustainable Development Goal. Okay, I think because this is today the first day, then you don't prepare a lot. As I told you that I will give you the assignment to review the report. I will give you that kind of report. I will put into the folder, and then I will stop the class. Then you spend 2 hours for that to review that kind of report. Then we discuss again tomorrow. Okay. Before we say goodbye, any question from you for tomorrow or about the program or what else you want to ask me? Or about myself? I forgot to introduce you this morning, you see? Introduce everything, introduce Taika, introduce... Okay, last but not least, talking a little bit about me. I myself, my name is Gur Anand Techato. You can call me Gur. My background is a mechanical engineer, then my master industrial engineer, and I moved to environmental management for PhD. But mainly I work in the project that related to the part of energy. So I was like an in-house consultant for Ministry of Energy in the topic that the adjustment of the building energy code, and also the program that talking about the promotion of renewable energy in Thailand. So these two parts. By the way, there are some long experience also in the Royal Danish Embassy to support Danish investor talking about energy and environment in Thailand, if they would like to do some business in Thailand. And just last 10 years, I became a lecturer here at Prince of Songkla University because my bachelor degree I graduated here and my hometown is also here. So I'm now 47 years old, a little bit old to talk to you. Maybe maybe you need someone younger to see the new idea or Okay, that's all about myself. Last but not least, any question for today you want to ask? No? This is online system, nah? I don't know situation in your country. I have two sons, so they don't have to go to school, but the semester open already, but they have to learn or study via the online system. Maybe the same in your country. So we have to stay safe, and try to be, how to say, careful for the COVID pandemic, COVID-19. Okay. So,
Before you go,
yes, please.
before you go, all the classes will be starting at the exact time like this for
Yes,
class.
yes.
So that is 8 a.m.
Yes, 9 a.m. in Thailand to 12, and then 1 hour lunch, and then again 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. for the country report. But afternoon will be the country report that we will discuss, not too serious, but we will raise the case of your country that we give the queue in the system, and then talking about it. We try to share, to discuss, you see, about that. Yeah. So same time, but I understand you, like Michael, the time in the country will be late night or
Right now we have it's 2:45.
yeah,
2:45.
you see. Then maybe it helps you for the afternoon session, jump and see the video that we recorded, and we will put in the folder of the day. You will see it after this. The team will do that. Maybe for the first day a little bit late for that video, but from the day after we try to make it as soon as possible for you. Some more question?
Thank you very much, and I will try.
Pardon?
We'll try as much as possible. Classes as much as possible. So I will have to try to adjust my time and monitor myself. So that I can be fully
thank you.
participating in the classes.
Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind attendance for the program. As I told you this morning, I hope to see you in Thailand for the year after, when no COVID, when we have on-site training. Then, because believe me, it will be your amazing experience. You can check if you know some alumni of the program. So we travel around Thailand. We see many cases. We discuss and we talk, we share. Then we learn also. We study also for the new theory, also new body of knowledge from the researcher. Okay. Some further information to inform us or to ask, you can, please.
Sir, can I ask?
Yes, Julie.
Okay, sir. I would like to ask, sir, how many minutes shall we present our country's report?
How many what again?
How many minutes shall we present our country's report
Uh
during the presentation?
huh. So there is no limitation of the time. I will not fix number of page or the time. You just actually we have time in the program from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. and every day 3 or 4 persons or participants. By the way, you can make it 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Maybe your friends would like to ask about that. Then they ask you. Then we discuss further. Or if we finish early, the record tape that you put in, it will be in the website, and I expect you to be that like to study, to have self-study or learn about it from your friends, to know more about that. And maybe every day I will have also some case to share you as well. Like today I'm talking about Thailand a little bit because we plan for 53 participants, but I think we can have maybe around 30. I'm not sure if, I cannot see now, Tanzania. Maybe because of the time difference, I don't know. We will check again. Okay. So,
Follow-up question.
yeah, please.
After the slides presentation, there might be a question and answer portion between the discussant and the panel.
You mean for the morning session or afternoon session?
By the afternoon session during the country's report.
Yeah, question and answer, right. Like, for example, if today, let's say, if I'm participants, I finish my presentation about Thailand, and then we leave the room, the floor, to all participants to ask, like, Julie, if you talking about the Philippines, then people they may ask, they want to know about this and that. If you know, you give the answer to them. If not, then not. Or you can come back with the answer for the next day. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, please. Welcome. Next.
Another,
Yeah, please, John.
another question.
Yeah.
In relation to the presentation in the afternoon or the country report, since we are, for example, in the Philippines, we have a lot of participants coming from the Philippines. Can we have a more specific presentation on a particular topic or a particular energy type?
That's good. I
For
think.
example, can I do, for example, geothermal?
Yeah. I think that would be a good idea, because you don't have to repeat some content that it is common data from the country. Like, if you would like to do the part of geothermal, then you focus on geothermal. Or Julie would like to do about biomass, or someone talk about biogas. Then, but if possible, I think all of you get email from me, and in that one there is the name list. So my participant in Philippines, may you make agreement among yourself that okay, you will talk about this and that, to make sure that you don't have to prepare the same topic. You will not prepare the same topic. Then you can do that, please. Is it quite let's say free form, no rigid, no fixed, just to share, to exchange the idea, only that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Welcome, John.
Excuse me, sir. May I say something?
Yeah, Mark, please.
Sir, Philippines is an archipelago. Everybody knows that. So, me and John Paul, I think we are more than 1,000 kilometers apart. The nearest to me is Miss Kia Pinheiro, who is in the same island, Mindanao, but she is 300 kilometers away from me. So, our energy, what do you call this, suppliers or generators may be different from region to region. So, if we will not report the country Philippines as a whole, but if we do it by locality or by region, then we will not have a duplication of reports.
That's good.
With regards to the country report or the local report.
I do agree, Mark, because you see the concept of energy for the whole country. You see the big picture. By the way, in the nature of the landscape that you talk about in the Philippines, you have many islands. I cannot remember how many thousand or 10,000.
7,000.
7,000. You see, and something. My friend said that depend on the sea level. Then someday more, someday less, right?
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, then you can report the local area, like someone talk about Mindanao, someone talk about in the central area, or you would like to talk about your region. It can be. That's not bad. Then we will see also, you see, sometimes when Mark, you talk about your local area, and your friends talk about some other area, the comparison or discussion might be a good point of view as well for the training. So it's okay, na, Mark?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Then you don't have to be struggle to find out also the whole statistic of the country, because it changes all the time. You don't have to update. But if you have already in hand for your own region, this is not so bad, I think, to share how you manage in the level of the municipal authority. Possible also.
Okay, thank you.
Some more question? No? Or too much for online training? Maybe I will share you someday the clip of my son when they study online. They do like this. And the youngest, 7 years old, study online like this. So I understand you. That is why. By the way, thank you so much for today.
Daughters. I have 2 daughters and they're the same.
Yeah. So how old are they? Sarah, you have 2 daughters. You close microphone. Turn on.
No, I have 2 daughters.
And they have to study online, right?
Yes.
So you're in the position of mother.
Lies like this.
Ah. So in the position of mother, status of mother, so you do the online training and your 2 daughters also online learning or studying also. Maybe tomorrow we share about the vaccine, about the vaccine is also interesting in your country, in my country, what we do, what we have. Okay.
Sure.
Some more question, or you want to share something? Other people? Other participants? No. So enjoy your day, stay safe from COVID, and spend 2 hours more after this to review the report that I'm going to put into the system for you to know more about Thailand. Then you can do the same in your period, in your session, in the website to put the video or clip or slide or report about your country in that area. So enjoy your day. Thank you so much for your kind attention. Have a good day. Bye-bye.